Previously on Tomodachi Life. A new island was created by the almighty Look-alike. His goal, to fill this island with unique and wonderful me's and watch as their lives unfolded and entangled with one another's. He began by selecting 9 me's to begin living on the island. Joee Lanzer, the adventurer. Rebecca McNerd, the brainiac. Charles Snootworth, the lone wolf. Brad Jenkins, the entertainer. Kathy Nummy, the dreamer. Jasper Ito, the thinker. Anna Kicklane, the go-getter. Alan Wrench, the charmer. And Cassandra Momonu, the trendsetter. These were the 9 me's that the Look-alike had chosen to begin his dream of creating a truly wondrous island, and to provide good entertainment. This is Tomodachi Life. Growth is often accompanied by pain. Life continued to grow on Boxland Island, although not without issues. The newly appointed island spokesman Joee found that running the island was much more difficult than he originally thought. When asked about the difficulties, he merely screamed. But Look-alike helped him out, and soon he settled into the position reasonably well. Look-alike even gave him permission to create new island rules and even more positions on the island, which was needed since Look-alike was considering opening the island to tourists, in the hopes that some of them would then want to live on his island. And so Joee created several new positions, which included Island Security Manager, whose job was to ensure the safety of the local islanders and maintaining the peace. This was especially needed since the island was going to be open to outsiders. The second was the island treasurer. Joee needed someone to keep track of what the islanders were spending, as well as what was coming into the island from the tourists. Which tied into the last of the new positions, Island Tourism Manager, whose job was to ensure that the island had enough activities, places, and merchandise to attract as many me's as they could. Joee thought about who would be best in what position and settled on this arrangement. He chose Charles as treasurer, since Charles was from wealth and surely knew how to handle money. Anna as island security manager, he felt that her sheer presence would be enough to keep the peace on Boxland Island. And lastly, Cassie as island tourism manager. With her knowledge of fashion and accessories, the latest and coolest hot spots, and her charm, he knew she could draw in the crowds. All 3 accepted their positions and a new chapter of Boxland Island began. For about a week, problems immediately began when the islanders began to come to Joee telling him that they couldn't purchase anything from the stores, since they were all nearly empty and that their cash cards weren't working. Cassie was the loudest of these voices since it was interfering with her new job and she couldn't purchase any souvenirs for the tourists, make renovations to the island to accommodate said tourists, or anything. Joee looked into the situation and found that Charles wasn't spending any money on restocking or sending out the islanders' weekly funds. Instead, he was simply collecting the island donations and leaving it in the island account. When Joee confronted Charles about this, Charles simply said,
"What do you mean?"
Joee told him that his job was to oversee island spending and making sure they weren't overspending. Charles, still looking blankly at him, said,
"Spending money? Why would I do such a thing?"
And to Joee's horror, he discovered why Charles had so much wealth. Apparently Charles's family kept and grew their wealth by never spending it on anything. And so Joee fired Charles on the spot, to Charles's great offense, and looked to appointing a new treasurer, which thankfully came quickly. Alan volunteered for the position, citing his accomplishment of Leisure Island and its success. Joee agreed and appointed Alan as the new island treasurer. Alan got to work and was able to get everything back to order by the time the island opened to the public, which is when the next issue occurred. In her duties as island security manager, Anna had decided that the best way to combat any transgressions on the island was to use, well, combat. When a tourist accidentally left the grocery store without paying, Anna spotted him and then leaped into action. Literally. She tackled the tourist and began to repeatedly smack them, all while spewing profanity and slurs at them. Onlookers watched in horrific fascination, with one onlooker even stating,
"It was truly horrific, but I just couldn't look away."
Another said,
"The things she was saying. I'm pretty sure some of them only apply to plants."
Before any long-term harm could occur, Ito was able to stop Anna and freed the tourist, who was immediately sent to the clinic. Ito took Anna to Joee and told him what happened. Knowing that Anna couldn't remain in her position, Joee attempted to fire her, but the look she was giving him made it so he couldn't even speak. Ito stepped up and fired Anna in Joee's place. After assaulting an office plant, Anna stormed out in a torrent of anger.
Licking a stretching dog humping G-spot missing spineless pants wetting pervy little bit.
Well. After regaining his nerves, Joee appointed Ito as island security manager, due to his unwavering bravery and nerve when dealing with Anna. Meanwhile, Cassie was doing well at her job and, to Joee's relief, not causing any sort of issues. Apart from bankrupting the island. Alan had come to Joee to complain about the amount of money Cassie was spending. So to try and resolve the situation peacefully, Joee called a meeting between the three of them to try and straighten things out. Cassie was apparently overspending due to her obsession with high quality, very rare, very expensive materials. Joee and Alan had to tell her that she couldn't just use whatever materials she wanted and that she had to remain in budget. Cassie thought it was ridiculous the demands that they were making. But after some intense arguing, Cassie eventually agreed and began working with Alan on her new budget. And now, Tomodachi Life.